You remember the person they were when they were trying to win you over. The text that came fast, the plans they actually showed up for, the way they looked at you like you were something worth keeping. And then somewhere, quietly, without a single announcement, that person started disappearing. Not all at once. That's what makes it so confusing. It was the little things first. A shorter reply, a canceled plan that didn't come with much of an apology, the conversations that used to go for hours suddenly ending after 10 minutes. And you started wondering if you imagined the first version of them. You didn't. But what actually happened, what's really going on underneath all of it, is something most people never fully understand. And once you do, it changes how you see not just this relationship, but everyone you'll ever have. Here's something psychologists have observed for decades. Human beings behave differently when they're pursuing something versus when they've already got it. When someone wants you, really wants you, their brain is in a state of motivated focus. Everything they do is shaped by one quiet question. Will this bring them closer? They call more. They try harder. They notice the things you like and they remember them. Not because they're performing, because in that moment, you represent something their brain genuinely wants to obtain. But the moment they feel certain they have you, that motivation changes. Not because they're manipulative, not necessarily because they're a bad person. It's because the human brain wasn't really designed to maintain the same level of effort after the uncertainty disappears. Psychologists sometimes describe this through the lens of reward systems. The brain releases dopamine not just for getting what it wants, but for chasing what it wants. The uncertainty itself is part of what makes the pursuit feel so alive. Once the uncertainty is gone, so is a lot of that chemical drive. There's something else happening too. During the early stages of a relationship, both people are essentially negotiating their value to each other. Everyone puts their best forward, not out of deception, but out of instinct. You dress a little more carefully, you respond thoughtfully, you're more patient, more curious, more present. So does the other person. But over time, once the relationship feels secure, many people unconsciously shift from earning the connection to simply having it. The effort that once felt natural starts to feel unnecessary. And here's what makes this particularly painful. The person who changes usually doesn't notice they've changed. From inside the relationship, everything feels normal to them. They're comfortable. Comfortable often feels like love when you're the one feeling it. But from the outside, from where you're standing, it can feel like being slowly erased. Now think about this. Sometimes the change isn't about losing interest at all. Some people genuinely don't know how to be intimate without the structure of pursuit. The chase gave them a role, someone trying, someone winning. Once that role disappears, they don't quite know what to do with closeness. So they pull back, not because they don't want you, but because being fully present in a relationship without the safety net of chasing or being chased is something they've never actually learned to do. Psychologists often point to early attachment experiences for this. The way someone learned to connect as a child, whether love felt consistent or conditional, safe or unpredictable, quietly shapes how they navigate intimacy as an adult. Some people only know how to want someone from a distance. Getting close scares them in ways they can't always name. The hardest part of all this isn't understanding it intellectually. It's sitting with the fact that the person who made you feel so seen, so chosen, might have been showing you their capacity for effort more than their capacity for love. Those aren't always the same thing. Effort during pursuit can be real and genuine and still not be sustainable, because sustaining it requires a different kind of emotional development. One that not everyone has done the work to reach. That doesn't make what you felt less real. It just means that what you experienced was the best version of what they could offer, but only when the stakes felt high enough to bring it out. The person they were at the beginning wasn't a lie, but it also wasn't the whole truth. And maybe the most important question you can sit with now isn't why did they change, but what do I actually need from someone who's already sure they have me? Because the right person won't treat your security as a reason to stop trying. They'll treat it as the reason to finally begin. Have you ever experienced this? Someone who felt completely different before and after? Tell us in the comments. You're probably not the only one. If this helped you understand yourself or someone you love, subscribe for more psychology-based videos.